My grandfather retired as a process operator from an oil refinery. My father also retired as a process operator from an oil refinery. Hopefully when the time comes, I'll be able to retire as a process operator, possibly from an oil refinery. Both of them managed to become process operators with only having high school diplomas. Neither one had a college degree, but the job market at the time was much less competitive. I've been a contractor in chemical plants for well over a decade, and I've experienced firsthand how much better chemical plants treat their own employees versus contract employees. I've tried to get a job as a chemical plant employee hired by the plant as a process operator many times at many different plants. But as many of you all have discovered the same as me, you either need 5 years plant experience, plant operator experience, or a process technology degree. According to a January 12th, 2022 report from bestaccreditedcolleges.org, the minimum requirements for a process operator is a GED or high school diploma with a preference for an associate's degree in process technology. But once you get hired on by the plant, most plants have their own training programs. The plant I work at right now, the operator trainees will shadow the experienced operators for about 6 weeks until they become certified in the units. When you get hired by a plant, usually you start out as a field operator, and then you can move on to be a board operator, and then possibly become a unit supervisor or a shift supervisor. If you want to move further on past that, you should get a chemical engineering degree. The shift in education requirements for process operator jobs is due to a decrease in number of available jobs across the country. Recruiter.com reports that since 2004, the total number of jobs has been on a steady decline. And in 2020, the total number of jobs was 30,000. About just over a third of the jobs are in Louisiana and Texas. But also, since 2004, the salaries have been on a steady increase, steady rise. And in 2020, the average annual salary for a process operator was $65,000. With the wages increasing and the available jobs decreasing, it has become more and more competitive job field. And you're going to want to get every advantage you can. And the best thing we can do right now is increase your education. I had a teacher last semester tell the class that this teacher was part of the hiring process for a local chemical plant, but there was 2,000 applicants for one position. Not everybody had a P-Tech degree who applied, but just gives you an idea of how competitive this job field can be. So to sum it up, while the official requirements to get a process technology, a process operator job is a high school diploma or a GED, unless you have many years process operator experience to go along with that diploma or GED, you're more than likely not going to be the prime candidate for the job. So the best thing you can do, and it's harder and harder to find a good job where companies take care of you when the number of jobs is decreasing and the wages increasing. It's so competitive. If you can get better education, you can get a better edge. And for me and my fellow P-Tech students, that edge is getting a process technology degree.